Coaching points, similar to the squat, you're going to have your shins, again, at parallel here. The bar is going to be close to your shins. If you're a little bit taller, you're going to have your hips a little bit higher, right from the hinge of your hip. Otherwise, you want to keep your hips right at 90, similar to your squats, leading with your chest up, driving through your hips first, coming up, and keeping the bar as close to as possible. Sit into it, sit into it. There you go. Let's see, one more here. Hips go up. Okay, lock your elbows. Keep it a little bit closer. Slide down your legs, good. Pause. Hips go up. Forward, yep. Stay back on your heels. Breathe out. Okay. Our next exercise is going to be a front squat. First, you're going to start off, you're going to make sure your core is drawing in. So make sure you draw that stomach all the way in. Your back is going to be in a neutral position where it's going to be straight up and down. So we have the bar, keep it right up through here, sitting up onto the shoulders. And again, trying to get those hips back so your shins are near parallel, so straight up and down. Keeping most of the weight right to your heels and trying to keep your chest up at all times. Again, keeping those abs locked. Everything in the front squat starts with the setup. For your setup, you're going to walk directly underneath the bar with your fingertips. Walk underneath the bar just like so. Set this right up on your shoulder. Your shoulder is actually holding the bar, not your hands. Walk back. Then you'll bring your feet just outside your hip width with your toes slightly pointed out. Draw your core all the way in. Keep your eyes straight ahead. Drop your hips back first. Bend from the knee. Pause. Drive to the heels. Hips go up, then forward. Now notice when he comes up, his hips are going to drive straight up, and he's going to push forward. He's going to get more hamstring drive out of that, the very bottom position, which will make you a lot more explosive and powerful to your tackles, your jumping, and your speed. Some of the coaching points for this, you want to make sure again that your shins are at 90 degrees, straight up and down. You want to make sure that also those hips are getting back far enough, so you're stretching out those hamstrings as you sit down. And once again, keeping that core extremely tight so you're not leaning forward. You want to make sure you stay back on your heels. As you transfer your weight forward, you're going to come up onto your toes, riding up through the thigh, up onto your hips, shrugging at the top of the exercise, and guiding the bar straight up. Remember, you want that bar as close as possible. That's the safest place to be. If you can't catch it, step away from it. The easiest thing to do is, when it comes up, you can't release it, just step just up. Slide up, shrug, and catch. Good. Some coaching points for this, you want to make sure you keep your weight at the very start of the exercise onto your heels and transfer that energy forward. Okay, starting off, place your right to your knees. Again, chest up, right here. Eyes straight forward, slide up, shrug, catch. Perfect. Catch your right on the shoulders, standing straight up. And you're bending from the hinge of your hip, similar to your squat and your deadlift. That's your power position right from here. You want to make sure you start with your shoulders over the bar, not in line with the bar. Your shoulders are over the top of the bar and give you more leverage, so that when you get up, you get more of a power explosion from your hips and knees. Good? Let's see one more here. Give that something tight. Chest up. Slide up. Good. Bring your feet inside your hips. Toes straight ahead, starting your knees. Now make sure your shoulders are over the top of the bar right here. Keep your chest up. Good. Slide up and jump. Now jump straight up. Okay? Don't lean back so much that you're going to use your lower back. Jump straight up. Slide up. Jump. There you go. Now get that shrug. Get more of a shrug. There you go. Yep. Okay, our next exercise is going to be a barbell lunge. It's going to be a stationary lunge. Stationary meaning you don't move your feet. Again, you're setting your ankles here. You want perfect angles, 90 and 90. An equal weight distribution of 50% here, 50% in the back leg. You want this leg right at this angle from here. When you stand up, you extend through your hamstrings here, pushing through your toe and quadriceps right through your back leg. Again, you're keeping that core extremely tight, and your chest is always up. So I'm placing the bar onto the back of your shoulders. You're going to drop down, pause at the bottom, making sure you get deep enough so you have this ankle lined up with your knee and driving right to that heel. I'm going to demonstrate a few here. Once again, we're pinching our traps back, setting the bar right at the rear delt. walking underneath it. Okay, taking one step back. Okay. Now lifting his chest up, he's going to tighten his core, pause, and then drive through that front leg, keeping equal weight distribution, 50-50. Keeping his eyes straight forward. So the main coaching points here, notice his front knee is not going to the top of his toe. He's stepping away from his toe, he's driving off of his heel. Once he's done with his set here, he'll switch legs and he'll go to the opposite leg and do the equal amount of reps.